Disappointed!
Welcome back to A New Low.
The show features Farzad, Greg Panetta, Joe Dorville, Kyle Loader, and Scott by Scott.
There's no way Greg's last name is Pineda.
It is.
It is. Welcome, everybody. The Election Boy is back. I'm your host this evening. It is Joe Dorville, and I'm here with my faithful crew and Farzad on 30-minute delay. How are you fellas doing this Wednesday?
Doing all right.
It's a slow week, so I'm excited to get on here and talk.
Yeah, not a lot of
Yeah, I hope we have a
news.
lot of
It's supposed
topics.
to be Wednesday,
Hope we
but
have
I'm
a lot of
not sure. It
topics.
could be Thursday by now.
Yeah, it could be. Or it could be Tuesday if you're Farzad. So, Scott, you had a question. What is it, buddy?
You didn't intro us, but that's fine.
I got a
question!
Would you guys like to join me in No Drunk November?
Well, I failed that one already.
Too late
for that, buddy.
Well,
That's
I was considering it,
where we
depending on how the election went.
next week we don't drink.
I'm not drinking
So the
tonight.
only
just for a
problem with
week?
that is this is my birth month, so no.
Oh boy, how old are you?
Not happy that it's his birth month. Are you
My
a
birth-
I am
15-year-old
planning on
girl?
having 33 beers.
Are you a
My birth
15-year-old girl?
Yes, I'm a diva.
Farzad, what about December? Could you do December?
Yeah, actually, I could do December.
We got
What? Oh, okay. You just
Then I
foiled
can go
my
crazy on New
non-college
Year's.
plan.
But you
But
can't
not
go
New
crazy on
Year's
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
No one goes crazy New
He
Year's Day.
starts chugging at midnight. That's a fun way to do it. Do the reverse.
That's not bad.
Interesting. Well, Farzad.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Sorry, Kyle. Go ahead. I didn't know you had
Well,
one.
I was thinking because I had friends doing Sober October, and I was like, I don't think so. It's just the way things were building up, and it just felt dumb. And I was
What
like,
was
all right,
building
maybe
up,
after the
Kyle?
election, if the election goes
Oh.
the way I would like it to, maybe I'll do November, and that might not start for a week. So who knows?
Especially
Maybe
if
dry
up in the air.
January. Let's do dry January.
I could do
How
that.
about we don't do dry because there's no prohibition? Farzad, do you want us to tell us something about shoes?
Yeah, well, Scott, I have a question too. And Joe, Jesus, wow, I am already out of it.
Obviously not doing sober November or
How
whatever.
do you guys feel
6
about
inches.
people
Oh.
who wear like shoes, like low profile shoes, like loafers and whatnot, without socks on? Like, I feel it's it's a pet peeve of mine, and I don't know. It just feels like your feet are going to get smelly and gross. Just put on some fucking socks.
Well, if you have the right loafers on and you're in the right temperature, it's perfectly fine.
It is a fashion thing for
Yeah.
sure. It has to be the right shoes. You got to be wearing like a suit or something.
If you're at
Well,
the
they
country
could be
club,
nice.
They could be socks that you can't see also.
No, that's true.
That's
Yeah,
Eh.
I had
Not even
an
really
ex-
in loafers. That'd be weird.
Yeah, well, I seen loafers,
Yeah,
and I
but-
had an ex who would wear low profile Chucks without socks on, and that was gross.
It's not
They
the
will-
most
they will
reasonable
smell.
shoe, but
They
Yeah.
smell. Yeah, the
Chucks-
smell is the issue.
I mean, I don't like it. Yeah,
Chucks and
I personally
Vans
do not like
with
it.
no socks, that's gonna be god awful swamp.
yeah, that's not good. You gotta do it like a boat shoe.
Your feet are gonna smell, buddy.
Even with socks, Chucks and Vans are the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, I've never owned a pair of Chucks or Vans, actually. Fun fact about me.
Interesting.
I have 7 pairs of Chucks.
And you are a hipster?
Shocking.
We knew that.
If you're at Mar-a-Lago, loafers with no socks are fine.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
kind
that's
of the
part of the
code.
dress code, I would imagine.
Yeah, that and no mask. No socks, no masks. That's their motto over there.
No socks,
And
no
white
mask,
skin.
service.
And no counting.
No sock November.
No socks, no shoes, no masks, no
Oh,
counting.
no sock November.
I couldn't do
When
that.
it gets
Too
colder.
smelly. Yeah, I was saying it's
Yeah.
way cold.
Too cold.
All right.
Not happening.
All right, we've danced around it long enough to steal something from another podcast I do. Let's get to the election, boys. Who did you vote for in the
Breaking news.
After disaster election,
The one on everybody's mind.
the one everyone
The after
is
disaster election.
closely keeping an eye on. AD election 2020. We had Tyler White running as the incumbent. He won 4 years ago in a bit of a landslide over Mike Carano. Beauty, aka Anderson Cowan, said he did not want to vote, but somehow he was on the ballot and everything is controlled
Did not
by
wanna
Tyler.
run.
So, a bit of a third party candidate situation here, peeling off votes. I have the election results here, and it looks like Tyler won, and he will be our president of the AD for another 4 years. How do you guys feel about this?
Well, I feel this is trickery by the president, as you can tell. Making the polls in his favor so that he can eke out a win. Splitting the Anderson and Mike vote, which were a caucus that he decided to split by putting Anderson on the ballot.
Yeah, I think that was the coup, honestly, is putting the Anderson vote, polled votes from Mike Carano.
Yeah, if Mike gets all the Anderson votes, which is probably not likely, on Twitter, Mike is at 51% over Tyler's 47%. So
There it is. That's what says it all.
I feel that Anderson, since he already said that he didn't want to be part of the election, I feel like it's his responsibility to donate those votes somewhere instead of them being tossed out. I mean, these
It's
are the
also-
citizens
Is that how
of the
that works?
after disaster.
it's also his prerogative
votes.
to make sure he's not on the ballot if he's bowing out. The ballot didn't go out until after he said he didn't want to be on. He has to do his due diligence, get his paperwork in to get himself removed from the ballot.
I can't believe after 4 years of this Tyler reign that people still voted for him. After
Unbelievable.
the shit he's pulled on the Patreon,
No
racism.
promise delivered.
He's been
We
making
still
money.
don't-
He bought a house while he was president, and what do we have?
Destination disasters?
He's been just making money off this thing.
Embezzling Patreon money for a house.
Unbelievable.
It's just
Using others' likenesses
It's all there.
to buy a house.
it's all in the paperwork.
Not uploading the 300th episodes, or the first 300, not getting anybody's USBs out on time. And I think we're actually here with a third-party voter. Greg, did you not vote for Anderson?
No, I didn't vote for Anderson. What?
Oh, okay.
I voted
I
for
thought you said
Tyler,
you voted
to
for
answer your
Anderson.
question.
Oh,
Despite the
Wow.
Anulos
Wow,
deciding to go with Mike Carano.
Wow.
that could have been the deciding vote.
that could have been the
Yeah.
deciding vote. Wow. I thought as an organization we were putting our money in our...
I'm
behind
happy
Mike
that I don't
Carano.
have extra ADs to listen to because I just don't have time. I don't want more content with their Patreon.
It's the principle.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, we kid, folks. That's not the election, though, we were here to talk about. Scott, hit it again. So it's with heavy heart that I have to do this. It's probably 23 minutes ahead of time. There's a couple votes out there. Me and Greg are now tied, so I guess me and Greg both have
Votes
to make...
still are being counted.
Votes are still being counted, but only for 23 minutes.
Well,
Listen on
after
Twitch.
the release of this podcast, the polls will be closed.
The polls
so this
will
is
be
only
closed.
for the live viewers of our Twitch.
Yes. So
we're not counting votes.
Scott, don't
Stop
suppress
the
anyone's
count.
vote.
Stop the count.
Scott,
Stop
trying
the
to
count. We have a
concede
clear leader. Okay.
I have a concession speech here.
Election night is over. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Jaime, shout out to Jaime. I have a concession speech here, Scott. Now, folks, I was blindsided by this poll. We did not discuss this leading up to this, but a poll for Prime Minister of a new low was posted yesterday while I was at work. I was not aware at all. I tried to make, the best, try to put my best foot forward, put my platform out there to get Farzad out the paint, and nobody wants that. Apparently, you guys like him. And Scott is one, and I will resign
As
myself
Prime Minister.
to the Prime Minister if he wants to give a speech. Go ahead, buddy.
I would just like to thank everyone for voting. It was a tough election. Joe tried to rig it several times.
Joe didn't even know he was an election.
Joe voted with multiple accounts, including Who Does a Pod, Cheers from a Press Box,
Thanks for the plugs. I did not.
Thursday night,
I retweeted.
Free for All, Friday night, Foreskins with Joe, Monday night,
It's a great show. I love that show.
Misguided
Mayhem
Supper
featuring
Club.
Joe. Misguided Supper Club. The one about rats and brains. He voted on all those accounts and still lost. Still lost. He couldn't even rig it well.
Wow,
But
I
you know
tried
what?
to concede, and he's taking time to
Joe
step
doesn't love
on
the
my
show.
credibility.
I love the show, and that's why I won. Joe
Loves
hates
so
the show.
so much that when he is hosting, he never has a disappointment or an encouragement. But I concede. I resign. Greg, Kyle, you guys were also in this election. Do you have anything to say?
Well, up until 5 minutes ago, I was in third place. I just found out I'm tied
I know.
for second. So
Yeah.
we got dual vice presidents here, or vice primies, prime ministers.
Yeah, Joe, you were not the only one blindsided. I think Scott just decided to do this out of nowhere, and it's interesting that he won, considering he's the only one that signed on.
I think
this,
the real
so,
question is there a first lady in the picture?
Yeah, it's me.
What?
Farzad, I'm officially
Halloween
announcing
gay.
Congratulations, Scott. Welcome to being
You
the
have the
prime
longest
minister.
hair. You do have the longest hair out of all.
Farzad.
Totally forgot
is
Farzad was here.
Our first lady. Farzad got 0 votes.
Yeah.
It feels great, guys.
Is the
to be the
is it officially over yet?
No. No. There's a
About
couple
20
minutes
minutes out?
waiting, but I think polls are closed because
Please stop
minutes
counting votes
left.
anyway. Please stop
you
counting
mandated
votes.
that all polls will be
All-
closed
Stop
Oh.
the count.
All votes are stopped.
because you are a vicious dictator.
I'd like to thank
Well, he
Philadelphia
did
for...
set it for 27 hours for some reason. It's a weird length of time for a
Such a
poll.
weird time.
I said it exactly so it would end right now while we were talking about it, and it worked perfectly. And you guys are shitting on my perfect timing. So that's the last time I plan
It's not that
ahead.
perfect.
See, that's what, as Prime Minister, that's what I do. I plan
planning
ahead for the show.
you should have told us that this election was going to take place.
It doesn't.
I
it
feel like
doesn't
we
matter.
talked about this.
We
This is the
never
people's
talked about
choice. Doesn't matter
When
if
did
you
we
know
talk
about
about
it.
it.
You
Yes.
should have been. You
Gives
should have
me
been
leeway.
on the Twitter account and ready, but you weren't. You're doing your other jobs.
I
I'm
was
free
at work.
to be your Prime Minister.
I mean, Scott does have a
I was
point. He
say,
has one
what
podcast,
job?
and
What
it
is
is
Scott
this.
going to do to benefit this podcast? In actuality, let us know.
Yeah, what's your plan?
platform?
What's your
What are you
4-year
running
plan?
on?
What's my plan? In all honesty, guys, I really didn't want to win this. I'm really. I don't know.
That
what
was
to
my
do.
platform.
I was like, I'm going to make this poll. Clearly, Joe's going to win because everyone likes Joe. And then we can make Joe do more work. I'll lose. I'll have to do less work, and we can just throw it on Joe because he's Prime Minister.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Well, let's see.
But-
You
I was
posted
happy
it on
about that.
Twitter, and who has the most Twitter followers?
That is one. Scott by Scott.
Mine are all bots, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, so you rigged the election.
You just ended my. It's the Twitch.
I wanted to make it look competitive, but
My Twitch things went down. I don't know. Both of them.
Still
What are you
recording.
talking
You're
about?
still on Zoom.
You're still here.
Yeah, no, but the Twitch, both of
Fuck
them.
the chat.
They're on two
You
different
said you were
things.
Kyle.
That's back.
You said you were
Fuck
going to
the
be
chat.
Kyle this week.
Fuck
this,
the chat.
this is why I'm Prime Minister and Greg's not.
Well, no, I'm
He's
just
easily
saying.
distracted
One of
by
them
the chat.
said the show has ended. That's why I was concerned. The other one just lost.
I can still see.
Oh,
it.
no,
can
it's
still
back.
see it.
It's back.
Okay.
Oh boy! Wow.
And-
You know what?
Christmas, everybody.
Greg, as Prime Minister, would you cut that from the official show? Because
Yeah.
it's really bad.
I say keep it in. Speaking of Greg, let's stop jerking ourselves. Greg, you had something about pit bulls.
We have to.
Yes, you got
You can't see my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, so besides our election and the AD's elect or whatever they call them, there was another vote in Denver over yesterday. A couple things on the ballot. One of them was, should we repeal the 31-year ban on pit bulls in Denver?
There's been a
And so,
31-year ban on pit bulls. As
There's
far as that is
pit
still
bulls
discussed, even on
have
delay.
been pit bulls have been banned in the city of Denver for 31 years, but
Wow.
Denver has spoken, and the ban will be ending.
They're back.
This is the joke
All
where
right.
somebody says, "No wonder you guys didn't draft Michael Vick."
And also, but they have to be
Nope.
registered.
Registered like a gun.
I was going to say, like a registered gun.
Wow.
I swore he performed at
A
Coors
pit bull
Field
license.
a couple years ago.
You probably did.
Unlike the
Oh,
Dodgers.
Scott.
No, I'm just kidding.
How's the Bills going?
So I don't live in Denver. I live in Aurora, but I think they may still be banned in Aurora. But
Jeez, what is up with
Time to move
Colorado?
This is
Denver?
only Denver.
yep, just Denver.
Only Denver. So if like the dog gets loose and runs to another
So hide your
city,
kids, hide your wives.
Hide your
Kill-
wives.
Yeah, they just have
boy.
cops set up at the Denver border ready to arrest pit bulls. Just rushing across the border.
Basically.
They're like, I got
Mr.
him.
305.
Ah, there it is.
Mr. Worldwide.
Wouldn't shock me.
All right, Scott, hit it again. Real one this time. All right, so yesterday was decision day, folks. 2020 election, Joe Biden versus incumbent person. I won't say
I think
president.
you should not be calling it decision day since we are.
Well,
the
it
next
was
day.
supposed to be decision day, but no
decision
decisions
has
have
been
been
made.
made.
Wait, was the election yesterday?
We
Election
made
was
our
yesterday.
decision.
Oh, I didn't vote.
Scott!
You're in California. Farzad already told you your vote doesn't matter.
Well, we know Kyle's vote matters. Kyle.
Oh God, I haven't seen if it's been counted yet, but
Ooh.
I haven't really checked.
Oh, really? Jeez.
It's been received.
Oh, that's right,
I
because you
mean,
guys don't count until
yeah.
after the polls close.
Well, that's been the issue. But I might be saving that for later.
All right. Well, how do you guys feel? Right now, currently as we're recording, is 264 to 214. Biden has a 50-point lead. He has a lead in Nevada, but Nevada is stupid. Reno in particular, they just decided we're not going to report anything for the rest of the night, and now they're holding everyone's balls in their hands. Georgia is getting closer and
Is that
closer.
what's happening?
Apparently, Joe has never
Holding
been edged before.
everyone's balls in their hands.
holding all
Breaking news. My vote has been recorded.
No.
Oh.
Live
No,
on
don't
My
clap,
vote.
Joe.
Has been recorded
It's one
for
for
Donald
Trump.
Trump
Go!
gonna expand that lead
He did it for the bit.
and getting too
They got us
narrow.
by the balls. They got us by the balls. Is what I know.
Do you guys say Nevada or Nevada?
Yeah. I say Nevada.
Yeah. So, how you guys feel?
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Right.
Like far as that, I'm
Yeah, the odds-
casually optimistic.
They're casually optimistic.
Casually and cautiously.
Alrighty. Well,
It could be good on
his
his
recording
yeah,
will
it could
be
good
good,
on his end.
right?
Oh, it just died.
That's
That's great.
exactly what I was thinking when I went to sleep
Yeah,
last
man.
night.
Just all the
Yeah,
stuff.
I
agree,
have the
Farzad.
same
Good point.
exact,
Good point.
feeling.
None of this will make
That
sense.
sentiment
but
resonates.
It's fine.
That really resonates with me.
We'll find out. Well, you guys are. I don't know if we're bringing it in here, but you guys are doing a stream last night.
Yes.
How long did that go?
I said I could not go beyond 1 a.m. Eastern because I needed to let off some steam in some way, and that ended up being
It was about three. It was about three.
No, Farzad, you're still
three and a
here.
half hours.
You're still here, Farzad.
That's good to know.
I think his buffer's going.
Yeah, my buffer
I
got
ended up
cleared.
playing Call of Duty. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It was a roller
Yeah, well-
coaster, and
Farzad's
we ended.
just now hearing everything.
Well, as expected.
We ended the
that,
stream,
Wow, it's
falling
literally
off the roller
putting it
coaster.
out whenever it wants.
but
This
we
is
woke up
fucking
this morning
hysterical.
and we were ticking back up the ride.
This is
All
great.
right. I'm just gonna. What I'm gonna
Greg,
do.
good.
What I'm gonna do
Fucking
is I'm just
luck.
gonna cut every time you can understand what he's saying and make dead spots and just have him talk.
First executive
And then it
orders
won't
we
make
get
any sense.
Farzad better internet because we can't hear him.
Yes, that would be great.
I'm going to
My
sign that
issues
right now.
cleared up.
Thanks.
Was
for-
mine this
Is this,
bad
is
last
this still
week?
the show? Is this still the show? What's happening?
This is still the
Yeah.
show. Yes.
Are we cutting this?
Was
Okay.
mine bad this last week?
We'll do it live.
No, not at all.
Oh, that's
You're
so
fine.
Your-
You weren't on a phone.
Yours was bad in that it was 12 seconds
Audio.
shorter than everybody else.
Okay.
All right. So
That's what
here's
she
the thing.
said.
A lot of people were pissy because
Still pissy.
there was a lot of leads on the early voting, but I don't know why people didn't realize the mail-in votes were going to take longer to count. I mean, it's what everyone's been saying for weeks.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be decided last night. All of the very densely populated counties and areas were going to take longer because there's more votes there, and those skew more Democratic. So it's like, we just got to count them. Like, that's all. And lo and behold, today, the leads narrowed, the leads switched. We got Wisconsin and Michigan went to Biden.
Yep.
Nevada and Arizona have seemingly stopped counting, and Pennsylvania has continued to
These
count.
Western
Pennsylvania's continued
states,
to
I
count
tell you,
and
Jesus
catch up,
H.
and that gap is narrowing. So that's just how it's happening.
Tune in next week to find out.
How are you allowed to just stop counting?
What's the rush?
They've stopped
we have like 4
reporting the
months
numbers,
before we
is the thing.
put the new president.
So annoying.
Inaugurate. I mean, it was pretty tense today, just because.
I had to go out into the world and work.
Well, it's just like the unknown. That's the issue. It's just like we're just waiting and seeing what's gonna happen. So
I'll tell you what.
very annoying.
Today and yesterday, a lot of pickup orders and deliveries. Not a lot of people just walking in to get sandwiches.
I can see that. Yeah.
A lot of people not wanting to have conversations. I'll tell you that right now.
True. Which is why I did not join the stream last night. I said, F this.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna sit by myself and be sad.
And Kelly Boat just said in the Twitch, yes, Georgia, I won't say a good state, but Georgia's not stopping reporting. They're still counting all through the night. It's 10 o'clock Eastern here. Reno said at 3 p.m. local time for them, we're not reporting anymore. Like, what?
We're tired.
It's 3 in the afternoon.
Nevada had originally said yesterday that they wouldn't report again until tomorrow.
10 a.m., which was today. And then today they said, no. They said they weren't going to report until today at 10 a.m. Then they didn't report today, and then they said, we're going to report tomorrow at 10 a.m. Make up your mind, Nevada.
They had said they were going to announce tonight, and then they said, nope, never mind. We're doing it tomorrow.
So
that's because they gotta find those Biden votes.
No, it's because
they gotta quickly fill out. They have to quickly fill out a bunch of ballots.
Y'all have
tonight
never been edged before.
To count them tomorrow. No.
What?
No, I haven't.
As an experienced edger, this is fine. This is nothing.
I don't like this. Don't like this.
I don't know how this.
I'm just surprised that my edging comment is the one thing that Verizon decides to send through the internet. Fucking goddamn!
We found that one. We got that right on time.
At this point, you were doing something yesterday that I would like you to do right now. We didn't discuss this earlier, but give us the update on all the marijuana passes.
Oh Jesus Christ! I don't have that on file on my internet. But yeah, there were like I think there were like at least 5 states.
Oregon decriminalized all drugs.
Yeah, Oregon decriminalized everything, and they're putting all the money into the taxation in Oregon that they're doing on those drugs.
Psilocybin. Greg, finally it happened to Greg.
Seeking asylum.
Well, I don't have it written down. I'm going off memory, and that's always a bad idea.
You guys can go to psilocybin and seek asylum in Oregon.
Psilocybin.
So the Oregon thing is also nice too, because oh my god, nothing's going through. This is great.
Or Washington.
Oh, is it finally coming through? I don't know.
They're the same state to me.
They're not.
Oregon. So the thing is, Oregon's using the money.
We're losing them.
I'm going to have a puzzle tomorrow.
I'm giving up.
Yeah.
Good.
Did you say origami?
Slow clap for Farzad on the show.
You can say Oregon or Oregon.
Origami.
So
I say Washington because I confuse them as the same state.
My platform went through without me having to do anything, I guess. Awesome. All right. So is that all we have for the election, guys? Anything else you want to say?
I resent.
We might have more to say
that
in
Scott
disappointments.
Do you resent it?
Even though I love Ty,
Yeah.
I just wanted some change. I wanted to shake up everything.
I would have liked Mike to win. Yeah. I think he's got more energy. He's got more time.
And Mike, Mike has time and interacts.
Yeah.
He comes on our Twitches more frequently. Ty's been on one. Mike's been on like 2 or 3 times.
Uh-oh.
I think more than that.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What up?
Breaking news.
Oh, Scott's officially won.
The AP is calling the election for me, of course, as it's been since the beginning. Joe squeaks out in second with a final last-minute vote, so he must have created a new account. That's 9
Stop
votes.
there. Stop reading it there.
Joe
Move on
has
to
for
read more.
himself. Greg
Joe
in
second.
third.
That's it. Nope.
Kyle with 14%. Kyle and
Well, my platform of doing nothing clearly did not speak to the people.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I made it clear that I can
Be tired
read
of-
and write every kind of English there is.
Every kind of English.
Joe, how much to
I doubt you can write Scottish.
how much to BPM?
How much to BPM?
Yeah.
Beats per minute?
6 inches.
Yeah, like beats per minute. You making beats now,
What's going
Scott?
I'm selling the seed if anyone wants to buy
Beats
it.
by
'cause
Scott.
Scott, I don't have the money. This is the reason I work
offer
6 days a week.
you $7.
Stay tuned next week to see if I step down as PM.
Immediate steps
Not
down.
working out financially as well as you thought.
No.
You can have all the money we
Fleece
make
this.
from tonight's Twitch.
Then I realize it's a money pit and I don't want to be PM anymore.
14 cents.
All right. Well, I think to bring some levity, Scott, take us to.
To what?
I was
Fourth and
hoping you
10.
played the drop
Okay.
instead of me saying it.
What are we going to?
4th and 10.
There it is.
Get it off in time on 4th and 10 to the sideline.
It's time for 4th and 10. That's where I give these boys a topic and girls, and they have 10 seconds to respond. The winner
Hang on.
wins the round.
Yeah, Farzad is the first lady, so.
Farzad is the first lady, and he's still here.
Oh, he's still here.
Okay.
I didn't know it. I thought he left.
This should be a great. Farzad should just go first every round.
Yes,
Just,
I only
Have me
agree
go
with
first because this is going to be
just see if it. Just to see if it happens. Yeah.
Topics for this week
Small
are
market baseball.
He did win, so he's going first now.
Topics for this week are Lube the Tube, Clever Trevor, $5 footlong, Don't Bet on Red, and PM Me Nudes. We will start with the robot himself, the First Lady Farzad.
I'll take PM me for nude, Scott.
Oh,
This is
boy.
upsetting.
Well, at least she knows
upsetting.
that your name's not Alex.
That is a great point by Greg.
PM Me Nudes. The people have spoken, and I am officially the Prime Minister of New Low.
Oh no! Son of a bitch! I thought we were
Doesn't
done.
this feel a little
you-
cheated? How did he already know? He put it in the rundown. Right?
You know what? The people, I got lots of calls, okay? Lots
Listen,
of
the AP
podcasts.
predictions came out all right on top.
Lots of podcasts called me. They're like, we know you're going to be president, okay? You've been doing great. And that's how I knew. Okay,
Just
Joe?
keep the show moving along.
The people have spoken. I'm the prime minister. If you had
Not
your
enough
way,
people. Not enough people.
if you had your way, which of us five would be president, vice president, secretary of state, senator, and the janitor? Farzad, you have 10 seconds.
All right. So for president, I'm going to have to go with Scott. Vice president, I'm going to go with Joe. Secretary of State, I'm going to go Greg. Senator, Kyle. So I'm janitor.
I'd be the worst Secretary
Okay.
of State.
You got one of those, right?
I don't even like people.
Joe,
You want me to freaking represent your country?
call it.
Kyle, president. I'm VP, so we could discuss Hamilton all day. Scott, Secretary of State. Greg, whatever was after that. Farzad, janitor.
Unanimous for
That was my
Farzad.
bad.
What
Janitor
a
so
senator
far.
would mean at this point.
What was that one?
I don't remember.
Senator and janitor.
Oh, Senator.
Greg, 10 seconds.
I'll be senator. Joe would be president. Kyle would be vice president. Scott would be secretary of state. And Farzad.
Kyle.
That was the same as Joe's. Joe president, Scott secretary of state, Greg vice president. I'll be janitor. Farzad can be senator.
Ooh.
Damn it, Kyle. I was supposed to be unanimous janitor.
Yeah, I was like, I really wanted to.
Unanimous.
I haven't really been paying attention, to be honest with you.
And Farzad wins that round.
What?
He picked me as president. That's the correct answer.
Oh, yeah, true. I guess.
Joe, you're up next. You have Loop the Tube, Clever Trevor, $5 footlong, and don't bet on red.
$5 foot long.
Oh, a sacrilege.
$1
I used to work there
footlong.
too. When I was 18. So nice.
Trump may have lost the election, meaning we might not get our second COVID relief bill because he's a spiteful, beautiful man. You're broke now, and you only have $5 to feed yourself for a day. Where do you go, and what do you buy? Joe, you've got 10 seconds.
I'm going to Wendy's. I'm getting the 4 for $4, and I'm getting a mini Frosty, and riding it out like that. Barbecue sauce with my nugs, spicy nugs, of course. JBC.
Ooh, well, I like very concise and thoughtful.
Amazing.
And exactly $5. Greg, 10 seconds and $5.
Going to the grocery store, getting half gallon of milk, and 13 boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese, and maybe some butter.
2, 1.
You can eat that in one day?
It lasts
Kyle.
longer.
10 seconds.
Go to Taco Bell, get the cheapest thing on the menu. It's probably 80 cents. You can get a lot of them. I think it's like the
3,
cheese and bean burrito.
1.
Paste that out, you'll be good.
It's just not as cheap as it
Farzad.
used to be.
10 seconds.
So cheap.
Invest the $5 in Robinhood, make a shitload of money, then buy a restaurant and feed myself for the rest of my life.
3, 2, 1.
Why don't you do that now?
What?
If it's that easy.
Kyle wins that round. The correct answer was Taco Bell.
Ayo.
You guys could
Greg.
have less Farzad if it was up to me. Just saying.
Greg, you're up next. Loop the Tube, Clever Trevor, or don't bet on red.
Don't bet on red.
Ooh, the perfect category for Greg. Maryland, Louisiana, and South Dakota all voted to legalize sports betting, bringing the total states to 25 states. Is this good for sports? Doesn't matter. Would you like to see your state legalize sports betting? What are your thoughts, Greg?
Well, my state already has legalized sports betting, but I think it's good for it because it makes it more interesting for people. And, people don't need money anyway.
Kyle.
Yeah, I think it's good. Should be probably every state. I don't remember the question.
2, 1.
It's good.
Lots of energy
I feel like
this
Farzad
week
tonight.
on
Holy
4th
shit.
and 10.
Good Lord.
Farzad, 10 seconds.
Absolutely, it should be legalized. It's good job on those states. It's legal everywhere else in the world. We're just a puritanical country that's too lazy to change laws.
Joe, 10 seconds.
Yes, it should be legal everywhere, as well as cannabis. It shouldn't take this long to have progress in a country that claims to be based on freedoms. Give us our freedoms.
Joe is the winner of that round. That is the correct answer.
Oh,
Thank you.
Virtue signal
Thank you.
much.
I was
That
did not
sounded
remember.
better
I
with
did not remember the
puritanical.
question at all.
Kyle, you've got Loop the Tube or Clever Trevor.
Hey there. Lube that tube.
Loop that tube. Tommy Tuberville, the former college football coach,
Tuberville.
not the male sex toy,
Tuberville.
was just elected senator in Alabama. What former or current coach would you like to see representing your state and why? Kyle, you got 10 seconds.
My state personally, I don't care, but Frank Beamer could easily win Senator of Virginia. He's beloved
3,
by all,
2,
and he's a great
1.
man.
With something weird on his face.
He was
Farzad,
burned as a child, you bastard.
you've got 5 seconds.
Fuck it, let's go with
3,
Jim Harbaugh.
2,
He's going to quit halfway.
Time's
anyway.
up. Joe, you've got 10 seconds.
Oh, I'll go with Steve Kerr. His dad was a diplomat. He's very stately, and he has a lot of progressive
3,
ideal and ideology. So, shout out to
1.
Steve.
It was a legitimate spit.
Greg, you got 10 seconds.
I'll go with Colorado Avalanche head coach Jared Bednar. He's a straight shooter, and I just enjoy hearing him speak. And that's really all you need these days.
Ooh. And that round, of course, it goes to Joe.
Whoa.
Joe wins it.
That means he
And
wins the whole
game
thing.
Wow.
is
Who's
over.
ending?
We're short on topics.
Clever Trevor was the hot seat, so I said, fuck it, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good job.
That's hard to decide the whole thing on the hot seat. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I tried to
take us out of
trick
this, Scott.
I tried to trick Joe because he did that Trevor something. So I tried to trick him into picking it.
Nope,
But
definitely
it
wasn't
didn't
going to
work.
pick it.
See.
It
Definitely
didn't
was
work.
not going to pick it.
So that was
Get it off in time on 4th and 10 to the sideline.
All right, that was 4th and 10, and now it's time for the disappointments.
Reality is often disappointing.
All right, fellas. Kyle, you've been teasing this since you got on the phone, buddy. Can you give me your disappointment?
Okay. So my biggest disappointment is Pennsylvania not counting absentee and mail-in ballots until Election Day. So they started counting in-person ballots first, which makes sense, I guess. But as of this recording, the count is still happening. The denser populated areas are very backed up. The count is still going. It's just annoying because if we knew the outcome of Pennsylvania, we'd basically know the outcome of the election, but because they're taking so long, we have to wait for everyone else to catch up. I don't know why Greg's shaking his head. But yeah, apparently there was some law that was passed when they approved what was called no excuse absentee ballots. And there was just kind of fights between the parties on that, and they settled on not counting them until Election Day, and they knew they were going to get a ton of them because of this bullshit, and they couldn't change anything, so they kept it there. It's dumb. Plenty of other states have started counting early, but yeah, that's my disappointment, is that this very key state is taking forever to count everything.
totally rigged.
And it's also the state I live in, so, by the way. So, not fun.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you,
It's
Kyle.
annoying.
It is. Very annoying.
It is.
I'm going to try to do this now so we can get through this as fast as we can. Farzad, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Give me your disappointment, buddy.
Well, if it wasn't already obvious, clearly my disappointment this week is fucking internet.
You
I-
fucking the internet? No wonder
Fucking
it's slow.
no, I'm definitely fucking the internet right now. Because, so basically, I don't have internet set up at my new place yet. It's the internet guys are backed up for 3 weeks. The soonest I could get an appointment is November 24th.
Are those the same as the Halloween guys?
And it's frustrating because I'm trying to do everything work-wise through my phone. And clearly it's working out really well on this podcast. So I'm very much hoping that I can get this resolved quickly, but very disappointed in my lack of internet.
All right, thank you for being
So are we.
precise and getting
Should have went to
everything
Starbucks.
Well,
That's not
I'm
allowed.
going to go to Greg. Greg, give us your disappointment.
I am disappointed that lowlives didn't have more faith in me and decided not to vote for me to be prime minister when I'm obviously the choice above all choices because I'm the tallest, I'm the grayest, and I'm
The
cool.
wisest?
I think America
That
is
is all.
tired of old men trying to run everything.
If it ain't broke, baby.
Someone says broke. All right. Is that all for you, Greg?
That is all.
All right, let's go to our prime
like this
minister.
pace.
Like
Love this pace.
every time, has nothing written
I
for
am
disappointment.
very disappointed in the not majority of our country, because he didn't win the popular vote, that voted for Mr. Orange Man.
Okay.
Mr. Orange Man. Who's that?
Ernie.
Oh,
So like a senator?
yeah. Greg Orangeman. He was a South Dakota.
Orangeman, yeah, oh, he's very, very famous.
Congressional seat
Yeah.
got flipped. Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
popular in
he's
the Jewish community.
Lots of pulp. Greg Orangeman.
I think the pulp scandal is what
This is who you voted
led
for.
to the
I just thought
failure of
after
his
4 years of Trump,
campaign.
the election wouldn't be this close. Somehow it is.
See, that's what I was hoping for too.
Yeah,
The big disappointment, I don't know if I'm stepping on anyone, but the big disappointment is he's getting more votes now than he did in 2016, which is...
That's because a lot
there's
more people voted.
voting. You know.
But it's still sad.
Yeah, no, it's still bad either
I
way.
don't care if more people are voting. It's not cool. I don't
It's
like it.
objectively sad.
I don't care what the reason.
Sucks
If fewer people
either way.
voted or got tested for COVID, there'd be less voters and less
There'd be less votes.
people
obviously.
positive.
Somehow Scott skates again without having a disappointment. Anyway,
That was my
I'll go with
disappointment.
mine. So mine is very vague in our document here. But 4 years ago, 4 years and a couple months ago, I was talking to my mom after she had got re-diagnosed with cancer. And I said, man, this really sucks because who the heck just wrote 1,000 numbers in the middle of my disappointment? Scott? Sorry, it just sidetracked me. But I said to her, it really sucks that you're going to die before my dad. And because I don't like my dad. Me and my dad never really saw eye to eye. He walked out on me when I was 16, basically. Walked out on us as a family. Just got up, disappeared, never to be heard from again. And then I got a phone call on Halloween night that my dad died Halloween morning. And the sentiment that, damn it, he got 4 more years than my mom. I was very upset. Real disappointed in that. I don't care. Don't ask me how I'm doing. I feel perfectly fine. But I'm just mad that he got 4 more years than her. It's very upsetting.
I understand that, man. I get that.
I don't know how to respond.
Yeah.
No, that's
A very
no.
tough
I
one.
really that's great. You're sharing that because that is a sentiment that I personally have felt as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, thankfully, neither of my parents have died, but I would feel very much the same way.
Yeah.
And to hear someone express that is I don't know, just something that's very cathartic about that.
Yeah. My uncle called me. He was like, all right, so do you have anything to say to your dad? I was like, nah, nothing. He was like, if somebody told you he died,
I'm good.
How would that affect you? I was like, I'd be fine. I'd just continue with my day. And he was
Just
like, well,
keep
he's
on
dead. I was like,
keeping on.
cool. Thanks for letting me know. Talk to you later.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that water off my back. But the first thing I thought was that conversation that me and my mom had. And then my aunt said it to me as well one time when we were in the hospital. And I was taking her back to her house like, I can't believe your dad's going to get more time than mom. So that's the only thing that was really upsetting about it. That's the only thing that really I'm disappointed by in the whole situation. But yeah, Scott. Listener lowlights.
That sucks, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that.
Low life's low lights.
Something to say!
Kyle, you wanted this back on the rundown? Give it to
I
us.
did. Because the Jen Carey on Twitter is disappointed in Florida. Just says Florida. And I think
there's
a lot
more
of us
people.
might disagree.
There's more people on Twitter that are disappointed in Florida. I have a feeling. I don't know.
We're reading our low life lowlights.
Billy Corbin's one of those.
But that's why I put it back on. It's because I think a lot of people agree. They're disappointed in Florida.
I'm disappointed in Florida. But Florida has weird politics. Being from there and understanding, especially that South Florida demographic, there's a lot of weird things at play. A lot of racial politics, a lot of ethnic politics, Hispanic politics, which it's all confusing, confounding.
Manatees.
Manatees, alligators.
Can't believe they let manatees vote this year.
Iguanas. When it
Hanging
gets
chads.
cold, they just stop. They act like they're dead. It's really weird.
I
No one
requested-
understands how the iguana works.
I requested
They
a
gave
manatee
bath salts
ballot.
the right to
too.
vote. That's impressive.
It's insane, but they didn't give felons the right to
Heard
vote.
that coming, Scott?
Unless they-
I was bracing myself.
I miss what Scott said.
Nobody else heard it. It's fine.
Dang it.
We were too busy coming up with our own bits.
All right. You know what, Prime Minister? You read the next one.
My manatee joke flopped. DTR at Discord says, I hate truck SUV commercials like this. He put a Honda commercial in the Discord. He could have let me know so I could read this ahead of time.
Why didn't you pre-read it?
I didn't know I was going to read this thing. There's no names on it.
Why we're all Ron Burgundy?
Yes.
On purpose, you son of a bitch.
It should be in parentheses, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna,
put
I
on
don't, I don't know when the commentary stops and continued people. Wait, let me read it now. Okay. People watch that, then run into these idiots flying around the blind corner full speed on a mountain. What are we talking about? A video that nobody can see? That
I'm gonna read it.
didn't
I'll
see?
reread it.
Greg, read it
All right,
for
Greg,
me.
read it now. Just
So a dude put a video
You guys are still reading this?
on a commercial of an SUV truck, and it's performing in the mountains. And this guy DTR hates it. He hates commercials like that. People watch that, then he runs into these idiots flying around the blind corner full speed on a mountain. There's another one too. SUV or truck just shown doing donuts in the dirt. Like, we don't have enough of these clowns on the road. That's
are you
DTR
supposed to read
on
that part?
Discord.
Yeah.
that
Kyle,
old
when you
Pat
listen back to this, this is going to
No,
be
it's
great.
DTR.
Oh, did Farzad do something?
No, Scott did something. Oh, boy. All right. So take us, Scotty, to our encouragements.
Stories that make us feel happy.
So, Greg, tell us what made you feel happy this week.
I am so encouraged that I beat Kyle, at least, in the battle for Prime Minister. I didn't finish dead last. I am so encouraged by that. Thank you, low lives.
That did happen.
All right.
I was saying, I don't know if I said it here or beforehand, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I didn't want to be put in charge of anything or have any responsibilities. So I think the people felt that. The people knew that. They heard my position and granted my wish. So thank you, low lives. Thank you all.
All right. Speaking of positions, Farzad, you're in a new place. Tell us about it.
Indeed. Well, my encouragement is my new place is fucking awesome. I've got natural sunlight that I wake up to in the morning. I have not seen the sun in 5 years because my
Wow.
place,
Do you live in Alaska?
What the
the
fuck?
place that I was at previously was a bottom floor unit. So the only way I got to see the sun was going out in my yard. So that's why I
Knew
was
he was
always
a bottom.
stoned in my yard.
We all knew Scott.
And but now I actually have sunlight, and it's nice to wake up with the sunrise and just be able to like go out for a walk and feel energized and feel like a normal human being for like the first time in 5 years. So
I feel like he could have done those things at the other place too.
You couldn't go for a walk?
I was like,
I'm just
waking up with
very
the
confused
sun.
by this 5 years thing.
waking up with the sun is something that I have not had
Okay.
happen to me in 5 years.
I hate
Well,
waking up.
all
with
right.
the
Somebody
sun.
else's
I don't
sun.
know
Yeah, it's
why.
the worst.
So
Yeah, because you wake up at 1, Jay.
yeah, that is true.
I mean,
Kyle,
Jesus.
don't give away my wake up schedule.
Ah?
All right, Kyle. I am curious
Hey.
to see what your encouragement is, bud.
Well, I'll get back on Joe's good side because I am encouraged by Who Does a Podcast. I know we talk about it too much on this show, probably.
It's
But
part of the network.
it's part of the network. We love it. Yeah, it's just a highlight of my week every week. It was very helpful yesterday recording the show, like as the news was coming in, because it was good to just focus on something else for an hour and not have to fucking look at polls and shit. But yeah, I just love it. I love the interaction. I love other people loving it. I love talking about it. And I'm not sick of it yet. 15 weeks in, so
surprisingly, neither am I.
Still got a while to go. Still got a ways to go. But yeah, it's just an encouragement every week that we get to talk about probably our favorite musical, because I don't think I've seen any other musicals.
Well, I've seen.
I guess I could call it my favorite.
I knew he was about it
at this point.
I
don't do any other podcasts about musicals, so yeah.
How's the interaction?
I just like it every week.
Do you have any random people who have discovered the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a few, at least Twitter comments and shit.
Yeah, silent minorities, but they're out there, so shout out to them.
It is Hamilton after all.
Yeah, Greg, good job.
Yeah, it's not popular at all. I understand, Greg.
No, it's the minorities in the show. Scott, tell us what you're encouraged by.
I'm encouraged by the next 4 years, because we might have a new president. I'm not encouraged by the next 3 months, because it's going to be a shit show. But I'm glad that 4 years I'm going to be prime minister, and it's going to be a great show.
I thought you were stepping down tomorrow.
Prime ministers are 6 years. Sorry, buddy.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I just made that up. I made that up. By the way.
Would have been amazing.
We all believed it.
I'm excited that Biden might win, and then we can not have to hear Trump's name every day of our lives for the next 4 years.
Again, hopefully.
I don't think that's happening, because he's not going anywhere.
He's definitely going to start a podcast. We should sign him.
Speaking of Prime,
start a channel. He's going to start a fucking TV station.
Speaking of Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, feel free to subscribe to our Twitch channel. You get a free sub with every Amazon Prime subscription.
Yep, Joe will mail it to you.
No, the Prime Minister will mail it to you.
Contact us and we'll let you know how to do that.
From Jimmy Jones.
Nope, that is a Prime Minister's job.
We had a question that we need to address, is very important. What are the odds that A New Low lasts 4 more years?
That was a good question.
It brings a question I always think about is if the pandemic comes to an end, like complete everything.
The show's over. I'm out.
The show's over. I feel.
I'll be in Vegas Wednesdays.
Really? I don't know.
There'll be 2 guys every 3 weeks or so to say, "Hey, let's do another one." All right, Scott, you got time? No.
We can do monthly. Shows.
No.
Monthly shows.
Joe, okay.
Kyle has more experience in this. What does Kyle think? He's done a podcast or 2.
Well, I have done over 200 episodes of my previous podcast, Your Parents' Basement. Please visit yppodcast.com. That's about classic video games. Yeah, we stuck to once a week for a long time. It was only 3 of us, so that's different than 5, but neither of us did other podcasts, so we were each only doing 1 show a week. So it's doable. I mean, I don't think it's out of the question that we would keep going. I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it.
I'm very excited by saying I'd be fine with it.
How you can help us keep going is share it with your friends, everybody, please. Spread the word.
Share it with your friends. Sub on Twitch. Come watch us on Twitch. The fan interaction is what keeps us going.
100%.
And I don't want to be a downer, but
pandemic
when do we even say it's ended? When there's a vaccine?
That was my point. Is when it's completely.
People think there's this overnight end to the pandemic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If there happened to be
just
like a cure and everybody's life is back to normal
at some point, Right.
I'll get the shot on the show, and then it'll be my last
shooting up schools and stuff.
Yeah, we'll all get live. Our last episode
our
is all
last
live
encouragement is all us
vaccinations.
taking the vaccine and then
live vaccinations,
cut to black,
self-injected.
like to The Sopranos.
Show's over.
It's a 10-minute episode.
We just smash our cameras and mics and walk away.
10 minutes.
All right. My encouragement is
although Greg
yesterday
could be the first one to get the shot because he's part of the elderly. So
Scott, don't take shots.
He is in a risky
Prime Minister,
demographic.
So have a little more dignity, please.
For the next 6 days.
6 years. So yesterday, as we talked about, was election day, and I received 15 text messages telling me to vote and vote and vote and vote. And I'm encouraged that I don't have to get another. Today, zero.
That's it.
It's over. At least that portion of everything's over. It's over. No more text messages. No more robocalls. My phone can go back to its normal function, which is looking up things that.
Well, I donated money to a campaign earlier this year for the now Senator of Colorado, John Hickenlooper, when he was running.
I like Hickenlooper.
You did it, Greg.
But so now I get emails from the Democratic Party, and today it's not over. We still need your help.
Please give us money.
Give us money. It's like, oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
I think I gave money to the HRC, Human Rights Coalition, or
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
No.
Rod
the
Ham.
thing with the two yellow bars, the blue thing with the two yellow bars for like LGBTQ
The Blue
rights.
Lives Matter flag?
No, LGBTQ rights. Damn it.
The blue
that
thing
was
with
a
the
monthly
two yellow.
subscriber
Very
for-
supportive. He's a big supporter of them. The blue
Swedish
thing
flag.
with the two
I
yellow
said
bars.
HRC. But
Hillary
you guys made it a
Rodham
Clinton thing. All right. You know what?
Damn.
That's it. Greg, take us out of here, please.
Thanks for tuning in, Low Lives. Subscribe to us on Twitch at twitch.tv/AnewLowPod. Ask us how to use your free Amazon sub, and we're there for you. Email us at contact@anewlow.co or give us a call and leave us a voicemail at insert.
Oh, I can't find it.
You have one job, buddy.
Prime
Push the buttons,
Minister
Anderson.
already off to a good start.
Prime
424
Minister.
260-69-69. Nice.
Nice. To tell us your disappointments and encouragements, or if you just need some bad advice. We love you all, and the show is over.